Okay, so let me try to keep this up. Let me see nothing but me. Okay, I want to. This card was given to me from the evangelist. For a moment, I thought it was from my godchild. Okay. You'll see inside, there's a lot of stuff written. So I'm going to read it while I eat my sandwich. Excuse me, because I'm starving. I came home and went straight to sleep. Happy Mother's Day. I came home and straight to sleep. I was going to get up and go take myself out. After all, I preached a message today telling the mother to take care of yourself. You feel like you wanna go to a spa and get yourself all dolly up, go ahead, because you gotta take care of yourself. You know? I just want to give some encouraged word to the mothers. Right? So, I came here and went to sleep, and I probably woke up an hour ago, 5:45, that this is pastrami sandwich with Swiss cheese and lettuce. That's it. And I got me some little pickle. Okay. I want to say y'all, this bag is $5 in my neighborhood. That's how much pickle I got. How much chips I got. And a whole rest is air. And if y'all can see, in the bag, they're not even big chips. Because that would have took up the bag. So Mitchell broke the chips down. So, I just think I could have kept on with that. Okay. Again, this is what it looks like. Here's the inside. So we're going to read this one first. This part here. It says, to Evangelist Jordan, Happy Mother's Day. I love you. I thank God for you. Okay. It says, today I'm wishing you all kinds of happy moments. Moments where you have time to think about the life you've created for yourself and your family and how truly amazing it is. You know, it's so crazy they say think about, because I thought she was going to say moments where you can have time to enjoy the life you created with your family. Thank goodness it didn't say that, because I created a family, but I ain't with them. That's why I was telling, I guess that's why the Lord had me tell them, the mothers for them, be encouraged. You treat them right. That's it. You do what you're supposed to do as a mother. And God will take care of the rest in reference to them. Because I know it can be hard. You do all you can for your children or for your child. And they grow up in days like this, they don't even acknowledge you. I ain't gonna lie. Every Mother's Day, it pricks my heart. Because let me finish. It pricks my heart how my children are, right? And I tell you no lie, I go all out for them. I tell you no lie, I do. I wish anybody that know me would know I do, but people ain't gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be honest. But I know me and I know myself. And God knows me. These are some little chips. Look at these chips for $5. I should have picked another bag. Maybe another bag would have been better. So, every Mother's Day, I go through that. I can't remember what I did last Mother's Day. Pastor Glover was sick. She wasn't at the church. If I'm correct, I don't believe she was there. If she did, and she died the next week. But she wasn't there. Because she died the next week. So, but she know. Pastor Governor know all I did for them. You know. And when they was in the system, I told a little bit of my testimony of my life. A little bit of that part of my life. When they was in the shelter, not the shelter, when they was in the system and things went down wrong, I was there taking care of business. I didn't allow them to treat my children any kind of way. Just because they wasn't with me, that doesn't mean I didn't want them. And I tell you, I don't know whether they still got it like that. But after, I think it was after 2 years, if you hadn't done did what the city wanted you to do in order to get your children out of the system, they put them up for adoption. And back then I was told that they can do it because all they got to do is present different things against the parent when they get to court. I mean, this is what I was told, allegedly. And when they get to court, the judge would look at those things, and you don't even have to be in court. And they will grant custody to that foster parent. That's why I made it my business. Every time they had a court date, I was there. I ain't play. I don't want to talk. So, and one time, one of the workers said to me, "Son, during that time, why don't you just put your kids up for adoption? You seem to be going through some things. You can always come back and get them." I said, "Is that giving up my right?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, You must lower your cotton picking mind. I said, "You see me? At that time, I was probably in my late 20s, early 30s, and on down. I was like, you see me? I'm well enough." I said, "I can walk around. I can think straight. I got my full capacity of my mind, my full capacity of my limbs." Right? God allowed me to go 9 months with each of these children for me to take care of them. Not for you, not for no city, not for no government, and especially not for no foster parent. I ain't got nothing against no foster parent because I was trying to be one myself because I love children that much. Excuse me. But No foster parent gonna take care of my children while I'm up and running, right? And that up and running covers everything, right? They they start laughing. Y'all come. All right, Miss Jordan. We know that you wouldn't agree to it, but we had to ask you anyway. I said, well, you got my answer. And you tell the judge the same thing I said. So, all I did for my children, you know, and I said the scripture today about the Bible telling you train them up in the way they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart from me. I said, and one thing y'all must understand, that it did not say they wouldn't stray. That's not in the Bible. That's not there. So, my children ain't in the church today. That's because they stray. But they know right from wrong. I raised them up the best way I knew how. They raised up in this church. They was a part of the church. You don't see them today because that's their choice. I said when they become old, when they become older, they become accountable. And I done did what I did, so it's all for me. Because people have a tendency to put the way your kids come out on you. I had to tell them a little bit about that in the Bible study. I said, I said, you got to understand, these kids, they is coming against so much things that didn't even touch us when we was growing up. You know? We probably saw it. We probably heard about it. We probably heard more about it than we saw it, than us seeing it. See the chips? $5. I'm making no sense in nobody's book. So, Mother's Day means a whole lot to me, but it doesn't excite me because I ain't got my mother. I did a little bit on her, talk about her a little bit, and how she passed away, and how I got to see her before she passed away. God, let me see her. When we talked and everything, let me see that she acknowledged what I was saying. Even though she couldn't talk, even though she couldn't move, but she can hear. So I felt good because I got to connect with her and unite with her, even though it was at a bad situation, at a bad time. And unfortunately, she didn't come out. All the other times she came out, but she didn't come out that time. So, with that being said, that's why I don't too much celebrate too much stuff. You know? When I say too much stuff, I mean, it's not a whole lot of stuff that I don't celebrate. It just doesn't appeal to me. Mother's Day is my day, but it's not my day to treat myself. You understand what I'm saying? It's not my day to be going all out buying myself some flowers and buying me. They got a saying, I don't know whether it's in the Bible or not, but give me my flowers while I can smell them. So, I don't know. You know, that's not a day for me to go all out for myself. That's a day for somebody close to me show appreciation. That's what Mother's Day is about. Appreciation. You see what I'm saying? That is the purpose of Easter and Christmas. To appreciate what first generated those days. Whether you want to call it Resurrection Sunday, whether you want to call it Hanukkah, whether you want to call it Christmas, or whether you don't want to even acknowledge it at all. That is the purpose for those holidays. To appreciate the initiation of such a day. Memorial Day. Veterans Day. What's the other one? That's one thing about America. They don't let nobody stop them from celebrating and appreciating such a day. Whether or not the American people or the Canadian people celebrate these holidays, whoever generated a calendar, put it on there. And whatever is a federal holiday, everything is closed down in appreciation of that day. You follow what I'm saying? So why, when Mother's Day come and Father's Day come and Grandparents' Day come, why can't the same thing be generated for those people? The main important people in the world is the people that's not being appreciated. Just like I used in my message the words to It's a Man's World. Now, people probably was far-fetched with it, but I really don't care. I'm going to preach the word how God tell me to preach it. So I'll use the words in that song in reference to the man and what they done or still is doing. But it all is all owed to a woman because they wouldn't have been here. No man that we pass in the street, women, let me tell you something. Any man that you pass in the street, and if you with a man right now, turn and look at him and tell him it's because of us that you here. So these men get beside themselves with these women, and they want to rule a woman, and they want to control a woman. They want the women to do what they want done when they want it done. But turn and look at him again and say, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be here. Whether it's in my house or whether it's in my bed, whether it's we sitting at the table eating. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be here. So that's what that song generates. That's what it says. That even though the man made the cars, the boats and all that, and the biggest boat that was made in the world was by a man, which was Noah, right? But without a woman, these men would not be here. Without you women, mothers, your sons wouldn't be here. Do you see what I'm saying? I want y'all I want to nitpick this because look at it. God didn't tell Eve. I guess I got to put it that way because my brain is thinking something else, but I can't find the words to put it. So I'm put it like this. God didn't tell Eve when they sinned and ate the apple or ate the fruit of the tree. I think that's what it said, the fruit of the tree. I don't even believe it said apple. But anyway, don't quote me on that. But when she ate that fruit, and she got the curse from the Lord, from God, rather, telling her that she was going to bear children, paraphrasing, and she's going to go through sorrow through the labor of that child. He did not add on there that you're going to give birth to women only. You're going to give birth to men only. That's the gender you're going to do. Just a male or just a female? No. Even though Eve only had Cain and Abel, and those was 2 boys, which was for a reason. You know, you can read all into it in Genesis, and it'll go down. The the legion, what you call it, the family of those two boys, right? Because everything generated from them because they was the first boys. Ain't nobody just popped up and had no kids except for Mary. Everybody was generated through Cain and Abel. Okay? So now, when a woman gets pregnant, they gets that opportunity to know what they having. But they don't get the opportunity when they are conceiving a child to pick what they want. Because that is the choice of God. So these men made these different things according to the song. It's a man's world. Yes, it may be a man's world based on that. These are a lot of the things that's being built and done as men. But it wouldn't be nothing without. It didn't say it wouldn't be nothing because. It said it's something because. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. You see what I'm saying? Because the girl got to grow up into a woman, right, in order to have some children. When a woman, I noticed how people was looking when I started talking about the sexual things of the going through. I didn't go through this step by step, but I brought up, the nature part of having children. Brought up C-sections and stuff like that. Because that's a part of a mother. People today, and I said it in my Bible study, I said people don't want to talk about things. The church, let me finish that sentence. The church is the place to learn. The church is the place for these young people to know about sexual activities, diseases, husbands and wives. The church is supposed to do these things. And when I say the church, I don't mean the church building. I mean the leaders. So maybe I should say that. But you should be able to come to church to learn these things and not frown up your face and, ooh, I stuck my thighs. Oh my goodness, she's talking about sex. Yes, we talking about sex because sex is what got you here. Your mom and daddy probably did it in secret, but you was openly shunned. You was not hid. That's why you can't hide pregnancy. You can go on, do what you want to do, cheat on your wife, your husband, whoever it is, do what you want to do out there. Your mama tell you to come straight home for school. Your mama tell you to leave Jane alone, James alone, whoever it may be, leaving them alone. And you want to be out there doing what you want to do. When you do the wrong thing, it comes out. When it comes to pregnancy, you cannot hide that. So, with that being said, my Mother's Days, I haven't had a good mother. I thought maybe this was going to be a nice one, but I felt this, it was the day before yesterday. I felt it. You see what I'm saying? I felt that, and I don't know why it's so strong on me now than any other time. But it's really strong. It really bothers me. It really hurts me. Because, I did so much for these children. Even up to the present time. Doing so much for them. But, you see what I'm saying? Just like I encourage the mothers in the church today, I encourage myself as well. Hold on. Help is on the way. God gonna fix it. And I'm at a settled place right now that it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter about my children. You know what I'm saying? Because I did all I can for them. Now I'm at a place where I gotta live for me. I gotta take care of me. I gotta enjoy life. You see what I'm saying? Because you sit back and you do all you can for your children and they go on and enjoy life. They go where they going. They go to wherever the places they want to go. They do whatever they want to do without you. See? Y'all see what I am. This is Mother's Day. And I guarantee, well, I ain't going to say I guarantee you, but I'm sure everybody else is enjoying their day. But just like I said, it ain't no biggie with me. I have learned to adjust to things. You know, I have learned to. As the song says, I learned how to live holy. And I've learned how to live right. I've learned how to suffer for, I don't want to go on. If I suffer, I'll gain eternal life. So, I've learned to. I've learned how to suffer. You know, stuff like that. So, it really doesn't. I'm a good adapter to things. You know, I know how to adjust to things. I know how to accept things, even things that I don't like. I know how to accept them. You know, I got this bag of chips. Oh, let me try this. How tiny is that right there? Oh, you got a bigger. That don't make no sense. $5 for a bag of air. That was my calcium pill. Calcium and vitamin pill. It was a thick pill too. I'm glad they gave me the chewables. Much better. Don't taste nasty. Got like a lemon taste to it. So now let me read this again. It says, to Evangelist Jordan, happy Mother's Day. I love you. I thank God for you. Oh, appreciate that. Me and Evangelist Anderson was close at one time. We was real close. But we ain't going to talk about that.
Neil, Jordan, Danny.
We ain't going to talk about that.
Or 6 others.
Hello? Hang on. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Happy Mother's Day, Mother.
Thank you. Same to you.
How's your day going? How was church?
It was okay.
What happened to your other phone? Did you throw it across the highway or something?
No.
Is it off? Is it dead?
No. Why?
Did you put it on Do Not Disturb?
No. Why?
Okay, did you talk to Bill? Because he been trying to get in touch with you. And I was calling the other phone. I haven't been getting through.
Oh, okay.
I actually called you to ask you, did you take the pink bumper that was in my room?
The pink who?
The pink bumper, the Barbie bumper.
Oh, yes I did. I brought it here. I was supposed to, let me see, when did I take it? I think I took it when y'all was here. Because I said I'm going to bring it just in case you got to do rich hair.
You took the blue one too?
I took both of them, the blue one and the pink one. Why, what happened? You need to do his hair?
I need it, and there's no bumpers here.
I don't have no flat irons in there?
Nothing.
I got another, what's the name? I got another flat iron. It is a single pass.
Yeah.
If it's not on top of the light in the bathroom.
For me? On top of the light?
In the bathroom, if it's not in there, then it has to be in the it gotta be in the house because I ain't got it. That was the first flat iron I bought. It's called a single pass. It's a flat iron. It's a small, slim one.
Okay.
But after that one, then I bought the ID. So you didn't find no flat irons or nothing inside the inside my mirror closet?
Inside the mirror closet? Okay, I found one. I found it. And I'm cleaning it good.
Yeah, you gotta clean it. Where's that? In the bathroom?
Yeah, it's in the bathroom.
Was it on top of the light?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then you said where at? In your mirror?
Inside my I don't think there's another one in there. I think the reason why I'm asking you that because I had a clip set that a clip wand set that you can change the barrels. And I only use one barrel. That's the one that I always would keep inside the little pouch by the vanity. And the rest of them I put inside the mirror closet. So it should have been two. It should have been a fat one and a real skinny one. But, yeah, you know, that's for another day, you know, whenever you get there to clean that area out. Because it's probably still, if you didn't empty out the whole mirror closet, it's probably still there.
Where at in the mirror closet, though?
It's supposed to have been in, I think, like towards the last shelf. Or the shelf before the last shelf.
Oh, in the mirror?
Yeah, in the mirror. You open up the mirror and you look inside the mirror. But that's...
So maybe... But all the majority of that stuff that was in that mirror is inside that box here.
Oh, okay, so you didn't see it because I'm sure you would remember. Because did you take the dryer out?
The blow dryer, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. That's where I don't know where it's at. If it's not in there, if you didn't see it in there, then it's probably in what you call that, the bench or something. I don't know. Okay, because I had a flat iron that was I think it was a Nemo or something. Not Nemo, the blue one, the real blue skinny one that you got.
Yeah.
There's another. I have another one, and it's a thick one. It's the plates are real big, and then I have a G something, a black one. So I have a lot of flat irons, you know, that's still there. They're kind of big, but that was the only skinny one. But those I think is inside the bench. That's why I wanted to bring that bench, but we'll see. We'll probably have to leave it depending on how it's looking.